Hi guys, Olive here. Today I have part 1 of my May book haul for you. Total in these two parts is about 36 books. In this first part, I'll be talking about fantasy and general fiction, as well as some historical fiction and classics. And in the next section will be nonfiction, historical fiction relating to Russia and Eastern Europe, and nonfiction relating to Russia and Eastern Europe. The first book I'd like to tell you about is called The Book of Enchantments by Patricia C. Reed. This was one of the authors of Sorcery and Cecilia, which I read in March. This is a YA collection of 10 fantasy short stories. It seemed zany and really fun, and so I picked it up. This next one is actually a bind-up of 2 novels, The Pursuit of Love and Love in a Cold Climate by Nancy Mitford. Both of these novels are set in the aristocratic English countryside between the 2 world wars. I had both of them on my TBR and I was really excited when I saw this bind-up. They both seem like really good winter reads to me. This next one is a piece of historical fiction called Daughters of Witching Hill by Mary Surratt. This book was inspired by the 1612 Pendle witch trials. It involves suspicion, paranoia, family, the struggle between light and dark magic. This one seemed perfect for a Halloween read. I am definitely intrigued by this one. This next book is called The Crazed by Ha Jin. This is set in communist China. A professor has a stroke and one of his students is assigned to care for him. But things are a little bit complicated because this student wants to marry this professor and also his mentor's daughter. So obviously this job requires a lot of delicacy. I don't read a lot set in China, and that's something I definitely want to do in the future, and this one sounded absolutely fascinating. And the next book I picked up is The Namesake by Jubela. I've been wanting to read one of her books for a really long time and just have never gotten around to it. This is about a family of immigrants who came from Calcutta and are now living in America and are trying to adjust to their new life in America. Everyone speaks really, really highly of her writing. This is very high up on my TBR pile. Next up is An Atlas of Impossible Longing by Anuradha Roy. As you can probably guess by this book's title, this is an examination of longing in all its different forms. From what I can tell, there is a fairly large cast of characters in this book. All of their lives seem to intertwine in different ways. It also contains 2 coming-of-age stories, and it also examines the limitations that the characters in the story face because of Indian culture. The next book is The Wishmaker by Ali Sethi. This book is set in Pakistan, which I have not read really anything set in Pakistan, so I'm really excited to read this one. The very basic premise of this book is that a fatherless boy grows up in a family of very outspoken women, and it is set in contemporary Pakistan, which I think is fascinating. The next book I picked up is The Coast of Akron by Adrian Miller. This seemed like a really fun summer read. The back says that this is a story of the gloriously unorthodox, maladjusted, brilliant Haven clan. In the 30 years since artists Lowell and Jenny met, inspired each other, and separated, Lowell ascended to fame while Jenny mothered their talented and now grown daughter, Merritt. In an attempt to answer questions and heal old wounds, Lowell's dyspeptic lover, Fergus, lures the family and guests back to the hallowed faux Tudor mansion where it all began. It is at this lavish gathering that long-standing secrets as well as bonds will be revealed. I love stories about dysfunctional families. I love stories about rich people behaving badly. I love stories about old family homes. This one is fairly short. I think it's going to be really fun, and I'm probably going to speed through it. This one I heard a lot about on the bookish internet around its release time, particularly on Book Riot. It's called Dare Me by Megan Abbott. This is a thriller that involves a bunch of catty teenagers. It just sounds like fun. Everyone and their mother seems to have read this next one, but I finally have gotten around to picking it up. It's Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel. Now that the hype has died down on this one, I am more interested in picking it up. I'm very hype averse, but this premise of this book has always interested me. So I saw it at a library book sale and decided to pick it up. If for some reason you've never heard about this one, this is about a troupe of artists and musicians who are touring around the country following a devastating flu pandemic. This next book I picked up because of the cover, but took home because of the premise. It's called The Glass Demon by Helen Grant. This is about a girl whose family moves to Germany so that her father can study this set of stained glass windows. These windows are rumored to be possessed by a demon, and although a lot of people believe that these rumors are false, there is some mysterious stranger out there willing to kill to keep this rumored demon a secret. Seems like it has a little bit of supernatural elements, some gothic elements, obviously a mystery going on. Really excited for this one. This next book is called The Year of the Gadfly. This is by Jennifer Miller. It is about a journalist who tries to go undercover to infiltrate a secret society at a private school. This one could not be more up my alley. This next book is another one that I heard a lot about after its publication last year, and that's called The Luckiest Girl Alive by Jessica Knoll. This is about a girl who really has it all. A great job, a great wardrobe, a great fiance, but she is harboring a deep, dark secret. And then these next few are just a bunch of classics that I've been really wanting to read. The first being The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. I'm actually hoping to get to this one this year. Another one is The Book of Laughter and Forgetting by Milan Kundera. I absolutely loved The Unbearable Lightness of Being, and I've been wanting to pick up more by him, so this is an attempt to do that. I got a short book of poetry by William Wordsworth. I got Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier, which I've been absolutely desperate to read. I got The Moonstone by Wilkie Collins, which everyone speaks really highly of. And this last book is called An Appointment in Samarra by John O'Hara. This is very Fitzgerald-esque. It's set in December 1930. It's about the destruction of one man named Julian and how in one rash moment born inside a highball glass, Julian breaks with polite society and begins a rapid descent towards self-destruction. I really, really love The Great Gatsby. Anything in a similar vein, I am definitely on board to read. So those were all the books in part one of this haul. If you've ever heard of any of them or read any of them, I'd love to hear your comments on them down below. If you'd like to get in touch with me elsewhere, all of my social media links are in the description box. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in part two. Bye.